Live show.
Tom, hey. I know she's following me up. Big boss man shit. Yeah.
I've been telling me in different roles. Me and bro, we switching roles. Hit her with a pick and roll. Tell her just to play a role. I ain't trying to take it slow. Playing on me like it low. And I know
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ade.
It's your boy up there.
And welcome back
to another episode of
Boss
Talks. Man, we got a good episode for y'all. We're going to talk about, is our future AI? I ain't gonna lie, AIs are scaring the shit out of me lately, bro.
They are.
Now, I don't mean to curse, and I apologize to the kids that's watching, but AIs are no joke. And for the people that don't know what an AI is, it's artificial intelligence. And when you hear AI, what do you think of? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
First thing that comes to mind is computers that can do things that human can. So basically computers that can talk to us, talk back to us, give us factual information, converse with us.
Yeah.
Like you ask it, like Siri, for an example. You ask it a question and then it responds right back to you.
Or like Google Maps.
Google Maps,
Alexa,
anything.
Any type of navigation, anything that can have a conversation with you, or you ask them, where am I going? And it has an automated response. That's an AI. That's a form of an AI.
Anything that can perform the cognitive functions of the human mind is what an AI is, basically.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, we're basically living in the times of iRobot. And when I was watching that as a kid, I did not realize that was an actual possibility of our future. And
it's here.
It's here and it's now, and that was less than 10 years ago. No, it's taking our future over.
We're gonna get to that.
We're gonna talk about
get to that. So, what are some other examples of AI that you've seen?
That I've seen,
other than like Siri and Alexa,
outside.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
We could just talk about the robots that are outside, just that give a response. Like if you ask it a question, and they'll tell you like, "Oh, your destination is thus and that far, or a couple of blocks away." Or even New York State, for example, they have robots that are designed to stay in the subways, just helping people navigate the subways.
Have you seen that?
I haven't seen it yet.
I've heard about that.
But they're about to start rolling it out this year, and it's very scary.
You know what I've seen? Actually, I've actually seen like in like Stop and Shop. There's like a robot that goes around and like cleans the floors and stuff like that, and it can detect if there's like somebody that's near it, and then it'll like stop. So like it won't crash into you.
That's a form of AI.
That's a form of AI.
It's a machine that has the ability. It's just sensors, but at the end of the day, it has the ability to know when to stop and when to go. And we're gonna talk about why that is so detrimental to our race as a whole. But firstly, I would ask you: do you think it's really necessary that we have any of these AIs nowadays?
Do I really think it's necessary? It's helpful.
It's helpful for sure.
It's helpful,
especially if you have a car. It's definitely helpful.
Yeah, for like navigation wise and like Apple Maps and Google Maps and stuff like that. That's definitely helpful because most of us can't navigate through places that you don't know where you are, especially if you're like in a different state or different town. You're not going to really know where you're going. So in that sense, it's helpful, but it can be to our detriment as well.
In that same breath, I would say it's also dangerous because we've seen plenty of times when AIs will tell you reroute, and at times they'll have you take a wrong turn on a block that if you just was driving by, you would say like, nah, I'm looking down that's not a block I need to go down.
Especially if you're in New Jersey, us New York people, if you drive into New Jersey and you miss your exit, you're going to take like 5 different tolls that you don't need to take.
And it's not only affecting your pockets, it's wasting your time.
And it exactly can add like 30 minutes to your drive for no reason. You over here making mad U-turns, paying extra tolls. So AI is not even that perfect yet. So
it's not perfect, but it's definitely all right. So let me answer it. Is it necessary? No, I don't think it's necessary. Like a lot of technology nowadays, it's not necessary. It's good, it's helpful, but is it really helping us in the long run? Short term, yes, it's helping us. Long term, it's not. I think it's creating a problem that we won't be able to solve, and a problem that will probably take over us in totality.
Short-term success can lead to problems in the long term. I believe it does.
That's a fact.
Because you're just worried about what's happening now, but as time progresses and we're more reliant on this AI, what's going to happen in the future? That's a question.
I know. Like you have a movie that basically depicted what a possible future for us would be, and we felt. I think, me personally, just speaking off of my own thoughts, and I think we fell in love with the idea that we can have technology that we created help guide us and make our lives easier. But in the sense of things, it's not only making things a little too easy for us that we now don't even have a drive to do anything for ourselves anymore. I think it's creating a sense of comfortability that we ourselves do not need to be showing outwardly. And I'm not just talking about black people or white. I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about a race. I'm talking about everybody around the world. And technology it's not only a Western civilization type of thing. Everybody, third world countries got technology like this. They got phones that navigate for them. And it's not going to help us in the long run, especially when these AIs have the mind that is comparable, that compared to a human being, sometimes even smarter than a human being at times. Like, we're dumbing ourselves down and we're creating a life form, a thing that has a mind of its own.
It's smarter than us.
Why would we not think it's going to take over?
And the time that it saves us is a lot. Like, you can click it, and in 2 seconds you have a whole, like, let's just use Chat GPT. I'm not sure if you guys know about this new program that's going around called Chat GPT. So basically, you just type in a question, you press enter, and then whatever you ask it, the results are there for you. So if you say, like, yo, write this essay for me, they'll write a whole essay for you.
Don't get me wrong. As a student, I would have loved that. 2
seconds.
I would have loved that.
I would have definitely loved that. But at that point, what are you really learning in school? What are you paying all these? You're literally paying $40,000 to go to college or whatever, and then
to BS.
Just to have AI do all the work for you. So it's like, what's the point of paying for college if AI is doing all the work for you? That takes away the whole purpose of what you're paying for.
Facts.
Like, you're paying to study. You're paying to put in those hours, log in, to write your essays. No matter how annoying it is a purpose for it. You might not think that is a purpose for it, but it's going to train you for lifelong lessons that you're going to need later on in life for when you're in your actual career. So now that you're having AI do it, AI is taking over your school. Like, and then AI is going to take over your job too.
That's one thing I can't understand. Like, it's like, why even go to school if you know you're not going to actually try to learn? I understand if you're a high schooler and you're dependent on it. It's not helping you in the long run, but if you're dependent on it to make life easier for you so you don't have to worry about homework, all right. But now if you're taking out loans and you're paying all of this tuition for a degree that you yourself don't even understand.
For real,
for AI to create those essays, the AI is not going to have its name on the degree. It's you that's going to have the name on it. And then you're going to try to get a job with that degree, and then you're going to be lost in that job, and now you're not going to even last 2 weeks in that job.
AI basically should have his name on the degree, because it's going to end up taking your job, because you're not going to be the one qualified to do that job. But AI is.
That goes into the next question.
That's what it's leading to.
Will AI take our job? Do you really?
Do you think AI is going to take over the world?
Yes.
For real.
It is. AIs will take our jobs. And there's plenty of cases where AIs are already starting to take people's jobs.
There are cases. I think we saw an article recently that said that...
I'm going to drop that right here. You see a
that AI is going to take over 300 million jobs.
I don't think people are ready for that. And people are...
That's a lot of jobs. 300 million? There's already people struggling to find jobs right now. And you're gonna have a computer take over over 300 million of those positions. And now they're gonna
not only are they gonna just take over a regular job, they're gonna take over minimum paying jobs where people won't even be able to get bare minimums for themselves no more.
Yeah.
And they don't even realize that we are the ones that are powering these AIs to have the knowledge to do their jobs.
We're literally test running it. We're test trialing it because
through ourselves.
People would not. AI would not know how successful it is if people aren't using the program as much.
That's a fact.
Because like on the video we were watching before, it said that over 1 million people downloaded the app within the first 5 days, and they're all testing it. So this is just like a test run trial. So the more people that are using it, the smarter the system is going to get, and the less they're going to need regular people working regular jobs. Because you got to think of it as a CEO of a company. You got to think of it from his perspective.
Yeah.
Why would he pay a bunch of workers their salary when he could just one time buy an AI and then have the AI do their job for the rest of their life? There's literally no point.
While maintaining it, all you got to do is pay for maintenance.
Yeah, put a battery in it or whatever, charge it or whatever.
Probably get the system to get for me created and all of that. But in the long run, They don't need humans. And let us not let it be a bashful episode. I want us to bring attention to AIs. Yes, AIs are helpful for us. Yes, they make life easier for human beings. But let us not power it to the point where it replaces human beings, if that makes sense. Right now, we are creating our replacements. We are literally putting money into our replacements, and we are putting a smile on our face while doing it. Everybody is so quick to say, Siri, help me do this. Siri, help me. What's the answer to this? Siri, now you got something called Chat GPT. Now you just say, copy and paste a question, it'll give you the answer and break down the answer. But now you're not even reading the breakdown, you're just looking at the answer.
Exactly. Let's use it to our advantage, but just don't use it to get it like a quick, easy answer out of it. Just use it to your advantage. Look at the points that it's given you. Yeah. Like if it has correct knowledge, because I've never used ChatGPT myself, but if the knowledge that it's given you, if it's breaking down the question and the answer for you, like look how it got that information and turn it into your own knowledge. Just don't look at the answer. So,
but this, I'm gonna ask this last question because I ain't gonna lie, AIs is such a hard thing to wrap your mind around because there's so many different forms of AIs. So I would ask you is, will AI be the downfall of the human race?
I think if it keeps heading in this direction, yeah, it will be. Because there's no telling what the limit of AI can be in the future. Like if AI can become even smarter than us as humans, and what if
take
they
over the human body?
That's what I'm saying. What if they think of a way to control us? I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but
let's be
who's
real.
To say that can't happen?
Let's be real. Because it's already happening.
These AIs are very smart.
It's already happening. People will ask their phone a question before they even use their own common sense.
Yeah. So
they will ask their phone which way is right when they can just look up and turn their head to the right.
Yeah.
Yes, AI will be the downfall of the human race if we don't smarten up. And I say this because we put so much money back into the powerhouse that creates AIs. Everybody's so quick to get the newest Apple phone. Everybody's so quick to get the newest smartphone in totality. Like, how are we any better than the people creating this AI to replace us if we are the ones that's putting the money into their pockets to create the AIs? And I would ask you, the viewers, is do you really see yourself controlling the AI, or is the AI controlling you?
People aren't thinking about those long-term problems right now, and that's what it is. They just want the quick success, the quick answers.
And we talk about this all the time.
Not really thinking about it in the future, but hey, that's what this video is here for.
Bring attention to your mind.
Start thinking about it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Create the conversation with your own friend. If your friend is always on their phone, ask them, are you in control, or is the phone in control of you?
Exactly.
Like let's literally have that conversation, because I don't think people talk enough. People don't really conversate enough. People don't use their critical thinking to have a mind of themselves. The AI is their mind. So what is stopping the AI from taking control over the body? If the AI has control over the mind, the body is next.
The body will definitely shortfall after, for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, it was a quick episode. If you guys like more episodes like this, let us know. We can do small topics, just hitting things that is affecting our life, affecting our future, affecting everything that's dealing around us.
That's it for today's episode. You guys like, comment, subscribe.
Make sure y'all share too.
Word.
Man, y'all, if you gonna use the AI, use it to our advantage. Share this shit. It's your boy Up, man.
We out of here. Peace.
Lately I've been thinking what's the better route. Gotta watch at that back door, they tryna take me out.